Hey guys, in today's video we're going to be showcasing very smart Luminami. And what I mean by mix, I mean offensive and defensive. So here we have Power Nopper with Frostbeam, but you can replace it with Rejuvenate or whatever else. And here we have our training, 200 attack for the most amount of attack, 200 health for the most amount of health. For the energy, you could put it higher if you want since Tsunami is a thing. And yeah, but you can also hit harder. 16 range defense, so you can live it very smart as long as Thunder Strike. Yes, that's a thing. And anyways, that's it. Let's get into the battle. So here I lead with Rotodon, and looks like they lead with a Zulong. Here I decide if I would try to switch or I just hit it. I end up just hitting it for some damage, and it goes for a Zip Zap. Then you switch into a villain, which takes a Mudslide pretty well. And here I decide whether I should set up or if I should switch. Here I just set up, and here it poisons me, predicting the Harvest Act, I'm pretty sure. Then I just hit it for some good amount of damage, as you'll see in a second. That does pretty good, and he goes for a Must Batter, but I saw it speed it, so I stay in. Then he goes into a Stratosaur, which is immune to my Mudslide, and the poison does not kill me, thankfully. Here I was going to switch, but I thought to myself Fire Breath was probably going to kill whatever it's going to bring in. So he brings out his villain, and it dies. Then when my Rustodon dies, I go into villain and he goes to Zulong, which is perfect for me. Here I just decide to hit it with a Must Batter, lowering its speed. He goes with an Ancient Roar, which I don't get why people do this against villains. It's just a waste of energy, and villain does not hit that hard. So he goes into Metronet, which kind of threatens me. So here I just switch out into a Harvest Act to take. Here I take a Psycho Blast pretty decently. It took a big chunk. Here I go to Luminami, thinking he's going to go into Stratosaur, but he goes into Zulong instead, which is kind of fine for me since I have the 16 range defense for a reason. So I just stay in and hit it. He Zip Zaps me, which does a lot of damage, probably very smart because Zip Zap is like a 75 base power, I think. Then it goes to Chartiki, which completely counters me. So here I go into Villain since I have literally nothing else to deal with this. And I also don't want Harvest Act getting burnt. Here he barters, giving me a Volcanic Ash. He ends up swapping. I hit him with the barter, so now he's burnt, and I have my Heavy Shackles back. Here I was deciding whether to switch to Luminami or Harvest Act. I decided to go with Harvest Act, which did not take that Psycho Blast for real. So here I just stayed in, clicked Earthquake, just in case he goes into Zulong, which he doesn't, and I die. Here I switch into Villain because I literally have nothing else. This thing has Dark Search, which will kill both of my starters here. So I go into Villain and then just barter again. It sits up. I use the barter, so now it has Heavy Shackles, and I'm back with the Volcanic Ash, which doesn't do anything since I'm already burnt. Then I just decide to hit it because I don't know what else to do. And then I take a Psycho Blast, which I did not like at all, and then I die. Here I just click Tsunami. So I'm expecting the Chartiki here, but it said he goes to Zulong for some reason. So I just switch, predicting a Zip Zap or something. Then I swap out, predicting a Fire Breath, but here I completely forgot this thing has Mug Blast, so either way I'm gonna toast. But anyways, here's the rest of the battle. Alright then, moving on to battle 2. Here it seems like it's a Billiforge, a Harvest Act, a Valkyrie, a Pygo, Baneki, and yeah. Luminami is good for some of these, like the Harvest Act and Baneki, and the Oxydrake. So I bring him in. The Tata for the Oxydrake, the Harvest Act for the Billiforge, and the other Harvest Act. Here he lets off with a Baneki, and I lit off Luminami. This is the best for me, but I know I'll live one hit. So he sets up, and you know, I don't blame him. He probably doesn't expect this Frost Beam, which one-shots him. Then he goes for an Pygo, which I kind of dislike because it has a lot of moves. So I just go into Villain to be safe. He hits me with a Thunder Strike, which now I know has a Thunder Strike. And then I just clicked Tactical Assault. Then he switches into Harvest Act. So I switch back to my Luminami. He starts setting up for some reason. So then I just hit him with the Nova Blast, hopefully one-shotting. He sets up again for some reason. And surprisingly enough, a Nova Blast, Volley Essence, very smart Luminami does not one-shot Harvest Act. Wow. Then he goes for a Para, which does half my health, which kind of sucks. But then I just finish him up with a Frost Beam. Here he goes Forge, so I quickly switch into Harvest Act. He here lands a critical Baneful Bash, but I tank it. I click Earthquake, but then he switches to Air Pygo, which I kind of forgot about. So I'm not going to stay in because it probably has Frost Beam, so I go into Villain, which he predicts and goes back into Forge. So I just go back into Harvest Act to take the Earthquake he's probably going to throw at me, which it does. Then he switches back out into Air Pygo. He rejuvenates and I stay in for some odd reason. It was like 2 in the morning when I recorded this. I don't know why I stayed in. This time I stay in again to predict the Forge swap, which doesn't, and Frostbeam does half my health, but I guess I'm back with Para. So here I switch into Villain, not wanting to take another Frostbeam, but apparently he can read my mind and he switches to Forge. So then not wanting to take an Earthquake, I just go back into Harvest Act, which is pretty healthy still. Here I honestly wanted to predict this Air Pygo, but I go with my gut and click Earthquake, which turned out well for me. Then he goes into Valkyrie, which I quickly counter by going to Tab. He hits me with a Metal Blast, doing over half my health, which sucks. Here I wanted to predict the Air Pygo switch by clicking Timber Dash, but my gut was telling me Jungle Jitsu, so I clicked it. But apparently Valkyrie decided to be the fastest Loomian in the game and kills me. So the only thing I really have left is Villain for this thing, so I swap into her. And here I just kind of barter it so I can just get my shackles off and it won't outspeed everything else on my team. Now I just try to do some chip damage, but then he forfeits, so that is a GG. He didn't seem to take the loss too well and he called me a tryhard off. Anyways, if you like this video, consider subscribing. He also told me to go get alive. That's kind of funny.